All right, I got a video. Should be mid-length maybe, and I got this idea to start off with, and the idea is how to genuinely come up or to genuinely do well versus artificially doing well or lying or pretending to do well or making up lies. Now, first of all, when you're dealing with real, genuine individuals who do real stuff or have had some kind of real lifestyle, typically they're not pretending or faking anything. When you see them day in day out, 24/7, always be on the move, and always have a certain type of movement to them, when you see that, that they are genuine, because in that world, when you're dealing with like real genuine people, in that world, because their whole world is around being genuine, it would really fuck them up to pretend or to fake something or to make up a stat or to make up something versus genuinely doing it. I do want you to understand that, for example, when you do anything, especially when you do something outdoors, let's say in a common public space, right? People will acknowledge you and you will genuinely be acknowledged. See what I'm trying to say? So the point is, this is the point. Look, when you look at the general makeup of the world, I mean, how do I just come up way more? You see what I'm trying to say? Let's use as an example some kind of I was thinking not even music. Let's use cooking as an example, okay, and running a restaurant as an example. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Let's use that as an example, because I don't have any other ideas going on. When it comes to running a restaurant, I mean, how do you find out? First of all, you have to think locally, right? So you think about your city, and you think about first you think about everything that's as close as possible. So if I'm trying to think of something. If I'm doing let's just say I'm doing something simple. Let's say I'm doing a deli. And everybody knows that in Manhattan or in Brooklyn that I have the best deli. First of all, let's talk about genuine and then talk about the other stuff. Now, they talk about what came first, the chicken or the egg. How about this? And I'm gonna teach you a little bit. What comes first, the product or the marketing? The marketing always comes after the product. Not always, though. Not always. Sometimes, and not sometimes. This happens a lot. No, this happens sometimes. Sometimes people have a kid, and they already have hopes for them. So they're already marketing. You know what I mean? Sometimes people get married, and they're like, I can't wait to have a kid, right? It could take them 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. You don't know, right? But before they even have that kid, they have commonalities between them, and they're like, you know what? I want my kid, I don't care if he's a boy or a girl, I want my kid to be a politician. I want him to take political science in university, and I want him to become a real politician. The marketing has already begun before the product is there. Let's say I got a record label for rap music in New York, and I go in Brooklyn, and I'm already saying that, I gotta have the hottest rapper that's actually done some kind of criminal time and has criminal ties, but is out of that criminal life and does not associate with it, but can rap about his past experiences, and he's good at rapping. I've already began the marketing before I have the product, and that does happen a lot. Our team needs the best needs the best hitter we can get. My marketing, my search and everything has already began before the product is there, especially if I'm promising something. 2023, I got the best Ferrari coming out. Do you have plans? I roughly got plans. You have the product yet? No, it's not ready yet. well, guess what, sir? We can't rate it till it's ready. When it's ready, that's when we're gonna rate it. And after we rate it, people are gonna buy it. And after they buy it, they're gonna try it. And then everybody's gonna know what your product is really about. It is very difficult to fake something genuinely. And I see it because I've seen a lot of people out there, and it's almost like communities get together. You know, it could be a racial community, religious community, community based on similar business, a community just based on a neighborhood or something. But you'll have a community, and literally they will fix everything that happens. Every little thing is fixed. You know, okay, guys, we already know that we're gonna give the bakery award to Miss Lola's or Miss Baker's Miss Patty Baker's bakery. We're gonna give her the award already. We already know it. We're gonna give her the award. Okay. We're gonna do a taste test, and we're gonna test like 10 places, but we're gonna give Miss Baker the Baker's award. It's already set. You know what I mean? And there are people that live in that world. I mean, I gotta say, I'm not telling that I do, or I know that I don't live in that world, but that world does try to fuck with genuine people. That world, every now and then they get ballsy and they get courageous and they want to fuck with somebody who's genuine. It always happens. You know what I mean? But I understand there's always, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's what I wanted to talk about. And I don't think I have to talk a lot more deeply on it. I think you get the idea. Now I want to talk about when your product is really good. Forget the marketing. And marketing, let's say marketing is just irrelevant. You don't need marketing. Okay, let's say it's for myself. You know, let's say I do a lot of things for myself. You know, I want to prove things to myself that I can do something. You know, I do something at a certain level. Let's say nobody even knows. Let's say, what's a good example? Let's say I have a cook-off, okay? Let's say I'm a home cook, or I'm not even a competitive cook. But I happen to make friends with a very good chef or something, and he's like very good. You know, everybody knows he's a very good chef and whatnot. Now, if I have a cook-off with him, and let's say I don't even beat him, even if I do half as good as him, if he's like really good and I do half as good as him, I know I did really well. Okay. At the same time, let's say I have a cook-off with a guy. He's not that great, but he's all right. He's a decent chef. You know, he's been a chef for about 6 years or something. You know what I mean? And I have a cook-off with him. And let's say I do much better than him, but I do so well that you know, I just do amazing. You know, like my flavors are like crazy up here. I forgot what you call it. The appearance of the food is up here. The taste, you know, the quality, the way I cook, all the cooking methods that I use, it's all the way up here. I will get those points. I'm telling you, and I've been saying this for a long time, dude. You know, I will get those points, and I will achieve that. Now, I used to say this back when I didn't even have a presence. I wasn't changing and growing, and I'd say leading up to that change and that point, 6.5 months, that point that I was reaching, that I was saying that already. I was like, dude, there's nothing that you cannot get points for when you genuinely do something. And then correcting myself and putting myself on a good platform and a good path, and getting through something. I mean, you know, that allowed me to be as good as I could become. And guess what? The moment I started, everybody that said that they liked me or wanted to be my friend didn't want to stand me, didn't want anything to do with me, and wanted me to fuck the fuck off. You know what I mean? And people were pretending to like me and be friendly with me, all of a sudden hated me, despised me, were disgusted by me. You know what I mean? All these people before thought that I was, you know, whatever, but non-threatening, whatever they thought I was, and now they were like, this guy is a piece of shit, I hate him, blah blah blah, you know, fuck him and all that stuff. But the point is, like, you know, once I was at that point, I could kind of display, and then, you know, I could display how good I am at something or whatnot to achieve that. But the point is, I mean, that's long done. That's like way back. That's like when I started this channel, or before I started this channel in February. That's irrelevant. The point is that now in this world, you know, honestly, like, you'll get your points, man, because that's the way that our society is. I mean, forget our society. That's the way all societies on this planet pretty much work. You know what I mean? You can have you can have a jail range, or you can have a pool tournament, a billiards tournament. You know what I mean? And and when the thing is, dude, there's probably 1,000 pool tournaments in 1 month all over the world, right? And everybody's going against each other, but you will be able to tell who's really good. And when you know somebody's really good, there's somebody, somebody really good. And to me, I don't believe in being a one-trick pony. I don't believe in that. I really think that's a very bad thing. For somebody to say, I'm just going to do this one thing, I'm going to get rid. How they say jack of all trades, master of none? I don't believe in that. Now, I'm not saying you should master all the trades, but you shouldn't just be on one trick. You know what I mean? Well, okay, I'm gonna be a race car driver, and all I want to do is sit in a car and race all the time. No, maybe you should get another hobby, get into cooking, get your own restaurant, get your own business going, get something going, get a career on the side, get a part-time job, man. You can even do charity work, or you can find something to do, man. I mean, something other than racing cars all the time. Do something a little different, man. Get into I don't know, art or something. Do some painting. Make some music. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in being a one-trick pony. I feel like you should have a lot. I do believe that for myself, I like having many things going for me. I don't want to be a guy who's known just for one thing. Oh, he's very good at this. Okay, but what's my personality like? Well, his personality is pretty decent. Well, what's his conversation game like? Well, his conversation game is very good. Okay, well, what are his ideas like? And the videos that he puts up, they're very interesting. They're out there sometimes, but they're very interesting. They're eye-opening, and there's really nobody saying anything like that. From a relatively unknown position. You see what I'm saying? When you genuinely do something, man, you grab it, man. I mean, dude, I was already sharking. When I was teaching myself to win and stuff, I was already sharking. I was about just months into that point that I'm talking about, that I got to that time. And I was already getting in there, and I was already sharking, man. I was just like, give me, because I want to take and eat. Give me more fish. Give me tuna. Give me salmon. Give me grouper. Give me all those fish, because I want to eat them, man. Give me, And then when I got over that horrible hump that I felt like kind of held me back my whole life, I was like, same attitude. Give me. And it was like, it just went forward. The sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Don't be fooled by marketing at the same time, and don't look for, marketing is not always the most important thing to be marketed and all that. It's not always all that important. I don't believe in that. I don't care about that at all. Yeah, so do I have any other thoughts? Not really. That's all I'm trying to tell you, is that when you're genuinely good, you will be recognized for it, man. This world works in such a way that we're not closed societies, and we're not closed off. Whatever you do, man, it's felt and it's known around the world. And if you're doing something really good, or if you're doing multiple things really good, you're understood. You know what I mean? Like I'll be honest with you, that's not my preference. I don't want to go to a pool competition and shoot pool in front of people or anything like that. But it's not a bad idea to do once in a while. You know what I mean? You can do it. It's not a bad idea to go and shoot pool once in a while, or do a tournament once in a while. But that shouldn't be like, that is not my priority. Just like money is not my priority, and that's not a priority either. To me, priorities are other things that I value more. But I mean, doing things, like people say, oh, this guy's just doing things for the cameras and stuff. But dude, you do something for the camera, you should still do stuff, man. You know what I mean? You should, even if it's for the camera, do it for the camera. And remember, like, even if you screw up one day, you can always go back on that camera and just slap that camera around, and do what you have to do. You know what I mean? And that's just for the little the little berry, you know what I mean? And then it's just like everybody knows you got that, but that's just for the little berry, you know what I mean?